Friends, do you know listening is the primary skill in learning a language? Do you know that every child listens first, then develops speaking? Today, many people are learning English, but they are not able to speak English properly. Do you know the reason? The reason is very simple, my dear friends. They don't listen to good English as much as possible. They fail to listen to the native speakers of English. Remember, listening helps speaking. Today in this video, we are going to talk about the importance of listening skill. Are you all ready? Join me please. I am Joseph Nehru. I welcome all of you to English Efficacy. Let's begin. First, let's see what is listening skill. We must define listening first. Listening skill is the ability to understand spoken language. Do you have the ability to understand when somebody speaks to you in English? If you are able to understand whatever is spoken to you, my dear friends, of course, you have the ability to understand what is spoken to you. Listening is the skill that concerns about your ability to understand the spoken language. You know, what does it involve? It involves recognizing the words spoken to you. So if you want to recognize the words when somebody speaks to you, you must observe his lips when he talks to you. Especially if you happen to listen to the native speakers of English, you must observe their lips movement. It will help you to understand exactly the word as well as the pronunciation. Got it? So, my dear friends, listening helps you to recognize the words spoken to you. Secondly, listening helps you to understand the pronunciation, as I said earlier. It will help you to understand the pronunciation. You must listen to the native speakers of English and you will try to get the sound when they speak to you. So, in order to get the sound when they speak to you, you must hear your words clearly and you should observe their lips movements. Don't forget to do it. And thirdly, listening helps to interpret the exact meaning of the words spoken to you. And fourthly, listening helps you to respond properly, appropriately. You must respond back, right? Then only the communication will be effective. If only one person is going on speaking to the other person and the other person keeps on listening, then communication is meaningless. The listening person also has to respond, right? So if you are able to listen properly, then you will also be able to respond appropriately. Now, let's see listening as the first step in language learning. As I told you earlier in the beginning of this video, children learn language by listening first. When a baby is born, today the science says even when the baby is 6 months old in the womb of the mother, baby can hear the people talking around to the mother. Have you heard about it? Because the power of hearing is already developed by 6 months in the fetus. So the child starts listening to its mother when it is in the fetus for about 6 months. Got it? So it started listening from that time, and after it is born, say for example, 1.5 year or 2 years later, it develops speaking. So what does the baby do for the first 2 years? The baby listens to whoever speaks to the baby, listens to the sound in the house, listens to mother, father, siblings, and the visitors. So that's how the listening process begins first. Then, after 2 years, speaking comes in. So, listening is the first skill. This simple example can help you to understand the value of listening to good English if you want to speak good English. Now, children listen for many months before speaking, as I just told you. I told you in years for 1.5 year or two, but if you calculate those years, you can know the months, for how many months the babies listen to the spoken language. Listening provides the input needed for language learning. Note down this point. Listening provides the input needed for language learning. Whatever you need to learn a language is all provided by listening to you. So that's why I said to you, listening is the primary skill in the process of learning a language. Good listeners often become good speakers. So you need to listen a lot to good English, my dear friends. Listen to the native speakers of English. You can watch good English movies. You can watch good English podcasts. Try from today. Strong listening builds strong speaking ability. Don't forget that. So, as much as you listen, the listening character, the listening habit will help you to improve your spoken English. Why listening is tested, my dear friends? Do you know that when you go for IELTS test or TOEFL test, listening is one of the skills that they test you. Why listening is tested? Have you got any idea about it? Students must understand, learners must understand the lectures provided to them. You know, many students go for IELTS exam. You know the reason? They try to go to a foreign country to continue their higher study. Say, for example, they may like to go to Australia or Britain or America. The universities there in those countries may require the students to get a certificate from the British Council tested by IELTS program. So what do they test there? Your listening ability. Why do they test your listening ability? To see if you can understand the lectures given to you in those foreign universities in your classroom. And the people to whom you are going to move with are all going to be foreigners. So you must be able to understand what they speak to you. That's the reason they test your listening skill in IELTS and TOEFL exams. And also, they want to know whether you will be able to discuss in good English with your new friends, with your new lecturers, in your new surroundings. You need to communicate, right? So the test is done to check your listening ability, to know whether you will be able to listen to someone who speaks to you and whether you will be able to respond to them. And also, they want to test your listening ability to understand the spoken instructions in your new atmosphere. The instructions will be definitely given in English to you in the foreign universities, right? In the colleges where you go to study in the foreign countries, right or wrong? So you must be able to understand the instructions given orally to you. So you must be able to listen properly. Those are the basic reasons why in IELTS exam or TOEFL exam, they test your listening skill. Do you have any plan to continue your higher study in a foreign country like Australia, Britain, New Zealand, or America? In that case, definitely the university where you're going to join will ask you to pass IELTS or TOEFL exam with a good score. I think the minimum score in IELTS exam is 6. So you need to get 6 plus. Get ready, my dear friends. Now let's look at the common listening challenges. Many learners struggle with listening because when they listen to native speakers, the native speakers speak quickly. So the listeners are struggling to understand the meaning what is spoken to them. They cannot expect always someone will talk to them, speak to them slowly, right? The native speakers, because it's their mother tongue, they speak quickly. Their fluency will be quite faster. So we must be able to understand it, right or wrong. So because we are not able to understand the speech of the native speakers because they speak quickly, it becomes a challenge for us. And of course, if you happen to listen to different types of accents, that will also be a challenge for you. When you happen to listen to new vocabularies and words, unfamiliar vocabulary, then those unfamiliar words and vocabularies also will interrupt your understanding. So these all become common challenges when you try to listen to the native speakers of English. Practice daily, it will help you. Don't worry on the first go whether you are able to understand them or not. Even if you don't understand them, practice listening to the native speakers of English continuously. You will reap what is sown. Right. How to improve listening, my dear friends? If you truly want to improve listening, listen to English every day. That's the first exercise that you must do. You must purposely allot certain time in a single day for you, and you should listen to good English. And you should have this way of listening every day in your life. Spend some time, invest some time in listening. That will help you to improve your spoken English also. So listen to English every day. Focus on the main idea. Listen to the people and observe their lips movement and try to get the meaning of what they speak to you. So focus on the main idea of the speech. Practice with different accents. Don't depend on only one accent. Practice listening to different accents. Repeat what you hear. Meaning, try to speak out whatever you heard. So you will develop the pronunciation also. Of course, listening is the one that helps you to speak. So when you listen to some good speaker of English, you must try to imitate them and try to pronounce the words in the way they pronounced. If you are able to pronounce the words in the exact way they pronounced when they spoke to you, then definitely you have observed the way they pronounced, meaning to say that you have listened to them effectively. So do all these things. You will improve your listening simultaneously. If you practice, if you do all these that are listed here every day without fail, you will also improve your spoken English. Listening is the gateway to mastering English. Don't forget. Listening is the gateway to mastering English. Friends, thank you so much for watching this video till the end of it. I believe this lesson would have definitely helped you. Subscribe to this channel, English Efficacy. Thank you once again. I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye.